We are joined by a very special guest here. Mr. Kurt Holobaugh is in the building. Brother, it is good to see you. I know you got a big fight coming up here. So talk to me just a little bit. Very first thing, man, how are you feeling? I just saw, you just did the weigh-ins, got your weight, feeling good. I'm sure you got a few meals. Are you feeling good going into this?
Yeah, man, feeling super good now. Anytime you get those weigh-ins over, that's the hardest part of the fight. So getting that out the way and getting that done, it's smooth sailing from there. And now we get to have fun.
Now you get to have fun. And I've been seeing you posting a lot of stuff, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But first of all, I do want to congratulate you. I haven't talked to you since a couple weeks into the filming or the post-filming TV of Tough 31. So congratulations on winning that one. But I saw you post, this fight has bonus written all over it. Can you explain that to me just a little tiny bit, man? Where's the bonus at?
Yeah, because he's another guy that likes to come forward as well as I do. So anytime you got two guys are going to come forward that don't want to back up, that want to strike, that want to try to knock each other out, you can always expect a good fight, possibly fight of the night, or somebody's going to get knocked out early and maybe get a performance of the night. So this fight has bonus written all over it. So we'll just have to see what happens.
Can't wait to see what happens, man. But I do want to talk to you about your camp going into this fight. Last time out, Trey Ogden, that one didn't quite go your way. What have you learned in that fight that you've now transferred over to this camp that you're going to be changing up a little bit?
I didn't really have a lot to learn in that fight. I think really it was just a bad fight by me. I let Trey take me down, and I let him control me on the ground without giving him much back down there. So, I had a few good moments in the fight. Ultimately, I didn't get the win. I think that fight more than anything motivated me a little bit more, because honestly, it's been since like 2019 since I've lost a fight before that. Had a couple fights outside UFC, going on tough, winning all those, winning the finale. So yeah, man, it's been quite a while since I lost. So maybe I needed that just to, give me a little spark. And, and I definitely feel a lot more motivated for this fight.
And looking at your camp, your weight cut, rehydrating, all that good stuff, how did it go this time around? Was it nice and easy? Are you feeling good? Are you implementing things? Since you're talking about war, I'm assuming you've kind of been training for that, big blows, stand there and go at it, or are you kind of training for, all different outcomes here?
I train for everything, all different outcomes, try to put a little something together in training camp to cover all the basics and anywhere the fight goes. But as far as the weight cut and everything goes, I like to do a nice, smooth, good diet over the last couple weeks of camp, and get most of that weight off. So whenever I get here, I know I'm maybe a little over 10 pounds. So throughout the week, with all the help from the PI and all the food that they cook you, it's actually pretty easy. I just stick to their diet and get a couple good workouts in. We got the PI when we're in Vegas to go over there, use the sauna and that amazing facility. So that always helps out. So yeah, man, cutting 10 to 12 pounds fight week normally runs really smooth.
So if you're weighing in at 155, out of curiosity, what are you going to have your weight back up to now that they kind of do these earlier weigh-ins, allow you guys to get that extra few hours there to rehydrate and eat? What do you think you're going to walk in there at right now?
Normally I put about 15 pounds back on. I'm not the one that wants to try to come in there at 180 pounds. I think I feel good. My body does well. I feel good at 170 pounds. Maybe go between 170, 172, something like that. I think that's good for me. I hadn't checked my weight yet, but I'm guessing I'm probably, 165, 168 right now. But I'm feeling good. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's just keeping your body feeling good after the weigh-ins. And, that way you can perform on fight night.
So approaching this fight here, if you're preparing for him to come out swinging and doing all that, I know how good you are on the ground, obviously. Watched you fight countless times. I know that you can really control there when you get positioning. So is this the kind of fight where you're excited to go out there and kind of stand and bang and approach it like that? Or is this maybe a, play it out, see where he's going, maybe take him down, tire him out a little bit? Because I would say, looking at you two guys, especially on the scale, you look like you have the endurance and conditioning advantage right now in this fight.
Yeah, it's always hard to say where you want that to fight go. I mean, of course, I think I want the fight on the feet. I think I got a good chance of knocking him out. I think my speed is good, my power is good, my pressure is really good. We're both black belts in jiu-jitsu, so I mean, I think he's going to be slick on the ground too. There's a few things that I have to watch out for, but I don't think that he's the type of guy that's just going to try to hold me down and win a decision. If he decides to try to take me down, or if he does take me down, he's going to be trying to kill me, which is going to help because that gives me openings to where I can either get back to my feet or throw some submissions up, on him. So, yeah, but I mean, like I said before, I'm prepared wherever the fight goes. I did a lot of wrestling for this camp. Of course, I'm always working striking, and I'm a jiu-jitsu guy through and through. So, yeah, I feel like I'm well prepared and ready for anything.
I know it's not a huge advantage, but he does have that looks like a 3-inch-ish reach advantage in this fight here. How do you kind of train for that and play that into factor here?
Yeah, I don't really pay really no mind to that. I got a bunch of guys that I train with that are super long, and a lot of the guys I train with are 170s, some 155s, even some 185s, and those guys always got the reach on me. But it's all about being able to see things coming. If I can get in there, if I'm feeling good and I see things coming, that's when I do my best. That's when I can read a fighter, and I feel like he's going to be a guy I can read. So I don't think the reach is going to play any kind of factor as long as I'm out there to go out, as long as I'm able to go out there and feel good and see everything coming.
You're talking about going out there, feeling good, seeing it come in. And this is a arena that a lot of people, their first time fighting in it, it kind of throws them off a little bit, but you've had so much experience fighting in the UFC Apex. So I do kind of want your opinion on the Apex in general. And are you kind of feeling good going into that, almost feeling like home when you walk into that arena?
Yeah, for sure. I don't mind fighting the Apex, and me and my wife, we talked about it quite a few times. She was able to come because the last show I did when I fought Trey was the first show that they actually opened up and started giving fighters tickets. Now, I didn't know about that until I got here in Vegas. They told me. Luckily, my wife already came down because she was just going to go to, find a spot to watch the fights. And then when I got here, they told me she was able to come, and then I had 4 other tickets. So this time I was able to bring my wife and my boys. So the cool thing about it is how close my family can be at the cage, because I mean, they're literally 10 foot away. So other than that, if we was in a big arena, I couldn't hear them, I couldn't see them, versus being able to walk out and see them and hear them. So, I mean, that is a plus for fighting the Apex. Now, is it always fun to fight in front of a crowd and put on a show in front of a crowd? Of course. But I mean, we're getting paid the same. My kids get almost a front row seat
It's
to the
awesome.
cage and watch me fight. So I'm not gonna hate on it, and
Mhm.
it is what it is. And like you said, man, I was out here for a month and a half fighting in the Apex for the Ultimate Fighter, so I'm kind of used to it. I feel like that's a place that I can call home and I'm comfortable fighting in.
Excited to see you fight in that arena again, man. I do want to ask you though about your prediction for this fight. I know I've seen you kind of talk about the first round finish. We talked about the wrestling, that you're prepared for all different things to happen here. But in your opinion, how is this fight going to go?
I think it's a TKO. I think the referee has to jump in and stop it. I think, and I really had a dream about that. I got a TKO win, so I'm going to go with that. I'm hoping I'm just too much for him, man. I'm hoping once I get in there and he feels pressure, he panics a little bit and he gasses down, and I take advantage. So, TKO, and we'll see what happens.
TKO, Dana White, where's that bonus at, man? I'm looking forward to it. But my man, I know you got a big one coming up here. I want to let you rest. I want to let you rehydrate. So before you get out of here, any shout outs for you, for the family, the friends, the sponsors, anybody like that?
Yeah, of course. First and foremost, my team, everybody back home, they all know who they are. All the guys that helped put in the work with me. I wouldn't be in shape and I wouldn't be here without those guys. So appreciate. Also, they're back home. When I leave, I give them the reins to the gym, so they take over my gyms. They handle everything. So, thank you to those guys. My friends, my family, everybody came watching, and a couple sponsors: A Game, Creole Tomato, Hatchet Industries. Appreciate you guys.
There you go, guys. That is Mr. Kurt Holobaugh. Guys, give him a follow at Kurt_the Hurt _Holobaugh there. We're going to be rooting for you, brother. Appreciate your time. Good luck out there. Hope to talk to you soon, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.